welcome to the 2 Count. My name's Paul.
I'm Aaron.
And Summerslam just happened. What we're thinking?
Overall, probably my favourite pay-per-view since the Attitude Era. It had everything that I could have wanted from it, and probably over-delivered, which is a test of how good this show was.
Yeah, same. I think overall, for me, I was messaging you as I was watching it live. 10 out of 10, top tier, everything from top to bottom on that card. For me, perfection. Nothing was wrong. Just going down the card. Logan Paul, LA Knight. I thought Logan Paul would potentially walk out as champion. That didn't happen, but I did like the finish with the questionable foot under the rope. I did feel as though Bron Breakker would take that. I know you called a bit of a squash, and it turned out to be a bit of a squash. Judgment Day storyline, for me, perfection. Everything they did there, again, 10 out of 10. That could not have gone any better. From opening the show with Dom and Liv and Rhea, all the way to Priest getting absolutely screwed out of it and betrayed by Finn Balor, but Gunther well-deserved in winning, finishing off the show with Cody Rhodes and the return of the big dog, the tribal chief, the OTC. I mean, you had a lot of predictions that came to fruition.
Yeah, I think the only one that I kind of got wrong was Bayley beating Nia Jax, because I thought Bayley's, safe choice as champion. But I'm happy to be wrong sometimes, and I'm actually intrigued now to see where they go with it, with Nia being champion, because it brings a whole host of different challenges for Nia. Yeah, from start to finish, this show was awesome. Everything I wanted. I didn't see the turn on Rhea coming from Dom at the show. I thought that had happened down the line. I thought there'd be other Judgment Day shenanigans involved. Yeah, that was done brilliantly. Michael Cole on commentary, calling him a son of a bitch. Pat McAfee calling him a piece of shit. Commentary was just spot on throughout. LA Knight leaving as champion, awesome. Can't wait to see what he does with that championship. And yeah, I think the match that surprised me the most was Cody and Solo. Didn't expect it to be great. Went on for a long time, did everything that it needed to do. Roman comes back, Cody retains. Everything that you needed from that show happened. Yeah, I'm Bron Breakker. The winning clean, going over strong, perfection. There's one match that I haven't mentioned. Yeah, the McIntyre Punk match was my match of the night, my favourite match on the whole card in terms of storytelling.
I would have to disagree with what my match of the night is. I mean, just from my reactions live, I mean, they're still going up on the channel. They probably will be over the next few days, but Priest and Gunther, yeah. I just trying to get my words out. I just can't say enough good things about it. Absolute 10 out of 10. It's one of the most hard-hitting, best matches I think I've seen in a long, long time. Since that series of matches between Gunther and Sheamus, for me, you never hear of a 5-star WWE match like you do in other companies. But for me, if there was ever a 5-star match at a SummerSlam for a title, that match takes it for me. Everything about it, from just the brutalizing chops to the chest, the fact that was hard blood, that it was skin split open on his chest, and it was just wiping it, and I loved it. Everything from start to finish, how it ended with the screw job, loved it. Perfection.
Cherry on the top in that match is Priest managing to get out of the choke and going for Finn rather than capitalizing.
Yeah.
When he reaches for him, starts to choke him, and that's what cost him. It really sells the hatred between these individuals and the divide in this faction now. Absolutely, like you said, great, perfection. But for me, like I said, mine was CM Punk and Drew. Again, storytelling, great match, brutal. Just two really good matches. Who do you think came out of SummerSlam kind of gaining the most from the show?
Gunther, absolutely. Yeah. No, exactly. Not just because he's gained a title and he was the best match on the card, but it also for the simple fact of it's not going to end up in a Gunther Priest rematch straight away. Yes, there was an interference. You could call it a questionable defeat, but backstage he had an interview straight away, and they asked him, does this raise any doubts about it being like a clean victory or anything? And he was like, no reservations. So for me, he came out on top because he's moving away from Priest straight away, and we have absolutely zero idea who's going to be next in line for a shot at the World Heavyweight title. It's him saying he's here for everybody come at me kind of thing. He's on top. He's on top right now. For me, Gunther now will carry that brand.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And every match is going to be physical. And every finish for me is unique. He's got different ways to finish his opponents. I think for me, the person that came out with the most from SummerSlam was LA Knight, because he's been now for over a year the almost guy, almost wins, doesn't quite get the job done. They've got to capitalize on his popularity while he's still hot. And he would always still be hot, but he needed that win to kind of take his character back to where it was when he first got over. So yeah, I think he needed to win it, did win it, did it in a great match, which brings me on to my next question, because for me, my favourite spot from this whole show was from the LA Knight and Logan Paul match. Logan Paul's springboard moonsault.
Yep. Same.
Oh my God, this guy, I want to dislike him in the ring. I don't want him to win matches, but the stuff that he does, how can you not want to see more Logan Paul in the ring? How?
I'm a big fan of Logan Paul in the ring. I keep telling you, I just feel like from where he started to where he is now, in the short amount of time, he's come on leaps and bounds, and he's arguably one of the better performers on the show when he's on a show. He's willing to put his body at risk more than the average performer, if you can say that. But he says in his podcast with The Undertaker, like yesterday, it feels like he has to do that because he's classed as a part-timer. He feels like when he does perform, he has to go above and beyond, which, fair enough. But to me, that's just going to keep elevating him. And if they can squeeze more dates out of him as well, just more dates, appearances on SmackDown, just, where do you go with him from here? Knowing he's only part-time and he appears probably the week before or a few weeks before the show, might appear again the week before, and then on the show, it's three appearances leading up to a PLE.
Like I said, his partner's due. He's part-time, so God knows how much time he'll have off before he comes back. And then where he goes from there, not entirely sure. Will he be back into a mid-card title? Will it be one of those where he's away for a while, and then out of the blue he comes back to screw LA Knight? Because maybe he feels like there's unfinished business with LA Knight there. God knows, but it's exciting to see. I can't wait to see more of him. It seems like a bit of a mute point, but is there anything in particular that stands out as what you liked most about this show?
Yeah, two. The Gunther Priest match. And Roman's return. I feel like Roman's return was pinnacle, wasn't it? It was absolute pinnacle of the show. It topped off the show, and I'm just excited to see where that whole storyline goes now. I mean, we'll have to wait until Friday to see, but yeah, I'm excited. Friday night SmackDown's just got exciting for me.
Thank God, because it has been in a lull for the last month. I think since WrestleMania, it's really declined. Just because so much talent was on SmackDown. You had The Rock, you had Roman, and without those two, you're missing two very vital cogs.
Yeah.
So, yes, very excited to see where this goes. It makes the Bloodline story interesting again. What I like most about the show, probably just the whole Judgment Day storyline. I think they did it to perfection. I think it affected the matches that it needed to in positive ways. Didn't take away from the matches, and it kept a very interesting storyline. Interesting. Before we head over to Raw,
absolutely. So we are running a free giveaway on the channel. So for your chance to win a WWE Replica Championship belt, just like one of the ones behind me, which are good, they're solid, they're big, they're heavy, they're metal, they are as good as you're going to get. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel before the end of the month, and any subscriber is in with a chance of winning. We will do a live stream towards the end of the month where we will announce the winner, and then they'll win a championship belt. Get yourself involved. Click that subscribe button.
And there's a range of titles. They're not limited to what you can see behind Paul. So if you have a favourite title design, and yeah, you'd have to let us know in the comments what your favourite design is, what design you'd like to win. So yeah, that's kind of our thoughts and takeaways from SummerSlam.